Yes, that is the big developing story we're tracking this hour. Sahara Group Chief Subrato Roy and other top executives have appeared before the SEBI to give details of their assets. After his appearance, Mr. Roy said that repayment of remaining investors has been delayed simply because of the SEBI. He said that the Securities Exchange Board of India was wasting time by delaying the verification of investor base. He has given them also said that his discussion with SEBI was only about his personal assets. Meanwhile, the Mumbai Economic Offences Wing has launched a probe against the Sahara Group. The Supreme Court had ordered SEBI to get Sahara to repay 24,000 crore rupees to its investors. Let's now go straight across to our National Bureau Chief, who is now being joined by the man himself, Subrato Roy.
Yes, thanks very much, Arnoda. The man who's really facing all questions and is finding himself in quite a lot of bother right now is Subrato Roy himself. He's joining us live on the channel. Thanks for taking time out for us today, sir. Welcome on CNN IBN. Let me straight away begin by asking you, what happened today with the SEBI authorities?
Thank you.
What happened with the SEBI today? What is it that SEBI wants to know out of Subrato Roy?
Well, actually we had submitted our affidavit of our assets and they wanted to probably ask if anything else is left. They asked us a question. First question was if you want to add anything. We said no. Then he asked for the original documents of the properties, immovable properties. Then my reply was, I don't have any immovable property I don't have any, so there's no document. Then he asked me a question if I have to say anything. Then I said with request, and we showed our grave concern that we failed to understand why SEBI is not taking any initiative to start the process of repayments to the remaining investors. 7 months have passed and nothing has been done. Nothing has been done for the verifications also. Unless verification is done, then the concern of Honorable Supreme Court that whether it is fictitious account or not will not be proved, will not be understood. I requested them to please do that first. Don't give priority to just get more money on us, from us, or don't give priority just to go for all media problems, etc.
Mr. Roy,
they are leaking the news.
I'm sorry to be interrupting you, sir. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Media trial is going on.
Hold on. No, media trial is going on. But many would say that Subrato Roy himself is conducting this media trial. After all, you are the one who has put out all these big full-page ads in several newspapers on many occasions the last 1 month. You are the one who's crying out foul against the SEBI. You are the one who's saying that SEBI is indulging in a game of witch hunt. And are you really telling me, Mr. Roy, that you walked into the SEBI headquarters today at 3 o'clock and you came out at around about, 3:30, and all that happened there was just a cozy conversation between you and SEBI authorities? Is that really all that happened there today, sir?
I tell you, if you think that I'm creating all the media trial, my submission will be, if injustice is done, do you think that one should just accept it and just kill himself? No, I have not learned this from my father. I have not learned this from my childhood.
How is injustice being done to you? How is injustice being done to you, sir?
Every human has right to fight.
Sir, you have been told by the Supreme Court to repay money to the investors. Do you have proof, firstly, sir? Do you have proof? I want Subrato Roy today to say this clearly on this channel. Are you willing to say this clearly, sir, that all the investors that you claim are original investors in your two companies, which are now facing fire from SEBI authorities? Are you willing to say that all those investors are indeed genuine investors?
They are all. The Supreme Court had come out with a figure which was an old figure but given by us only.
Okay.
And today also we are giving a figure that before the judgment came, we have made all the repayments, and only remaining repayments money of 5,000 crores we have already paid to SEBI. That is the clean, simple story.
But the SEBI is not buying that statement, sir. SEBI is not buying that statement from you. but SEBI is not buying that statement from you. SEBI authorities believe, in fact, what I am hearing is that the Economic Offences Wing believes that a lot of these notices that you have given to SEBI and a lot of this information that you have provided to SEBI is actually a list of nothing else but fake investors. Are you saying that all these investigations are completely wrong and Subrato Roy is the person who's completely right?
Totally wrong, baseless. Why they don't come to us? Why don't they investigate? How can you conclude? How can anybody conclude our statement? We are doing business, we are in the operation, we are giving the figures, we are giving the documents. You don't verify and you can conclude anything.
Okay.
How can it happen?
So why?
Tell me that.
Why then is Subrato Roy then being targeted?
Why don't you come and verify? Why don't you come and check? Sahara is open book.
Why is Sahara Group then being targeted? Why is Subrato Roy then being targeted, sir? What is it that SEBI has against Subrato Roy of all the individuals of the Sahara Group that it's come down to this level where you have to appear before SEBI today?
It is 8 years story. I cannot finish it in such a short time. I will definitely sit with you, I can promise you, and you will know the whole story why it is happening. But it requires long hours to understand it and to even get the information about it,
but
the details about it. It is better we should not talk about it.
I can see,
but it is nothing but vengeance and nothing but that.
Who's batting against Subrato Roy? Who is it that wants revenge?
I can only say
who's the person who wants revenge on Subrato Roy? Why don't you name who the politician is? Is the government of the day against Subrato Roy?
It is some people in the government machinery.
Who?
That's all I can say.
Is it the finance minister who's against Subrato Roy?
Do you know what is my feeling? What I want to... No, I cannot say that anyway. I have no reason and right or basis to say that. But it is the system, yes. Definitely the system. Because I can challenge the whole world that we have not done anything wrong. Not a single fault you can get from us.
Is Subrato Roy being targeted
and I'm
today? Is Subrato Roy being... If I was to believe you, sir, would it be fair for me to say that Subrato Roy is being targeted because of his close proximity to Mulayam Singh Yadav and the Samajwadi Party? Mulayam Singh Yadav wants to bring the government down. Mulayam Singh Yadav is supposed to be your best friend, and the government believes that the best way to neutralize Mulayam Singh Yadav is to neutralize you, who happens to be his best friend. Is that a correct analysis, Mr. Roy?
Probably at one stage it was so, but it is not this thing today. I won't say that that's right, what you were saying. And as far as friendship is concerned, I have friendship in all the parties, all the fields. So I don't think that's the reason. But it was a reason at one stage. As I said, it is a problem last almost 8 years now. So it is a part, but it was in this beginning, not today. It is now outcome, a chain reaction of, and out of chain reaction is the vengeance, is the false ego, is all such things.
So Subrato Roy is being targeted by the government, but I must ask you, sir.
And my request to you also.
I must ask you, sir, when you were coming out of the SEBI headquarters today, I heard you say that you were asked about your personal asset by SEBI authorities, and you gave a figure, if I heard you right, that Subrato Roy, the chief promoter of Sahara Group, is worth 3 crore rupees. Do you really expect people of this country, Mr. Roy, to believe that the man who buys a Gravana House hotel worth 3,000 crores, the man who owns the Sahara Pune Warrior team, which is over 2,000 crores, is a man who's worth 3 crores, Mr. Roy? Is that the truth?
More than that, I will tell you. Last 34 years in our company, not a single rupee dividend has been declared, not a single rupee profit has been shared, and we, all the promoters, directors of the company, who are all from the workers, we have taken oath in the court of law in 80s only, that nobody can, no family member can share profit or asset of this company. So all the properties are of the company. We use it, we own it. as a company, but company is owned by everybody, not me only.
Sir, when you recently did a party,
country has to understand.
Sir,
Sahara.
when you did a party
country has to understand, Sahara. My
you did a party for your grandchild, sir, a couple of weeks back in the national capital, where you booked a prominent 5-star hotel, which was steaming with the top politicians of the country. I'm sure you must have footed a bill of almost 1 crore just on that party. How do you expect me to believe, Mr. Roy, that your personal asset base is worth 3 crores when you are known to be, putting all these big shows, big parties together, and frankly at very regular intervals?
You are totally right. Not only this Annapration, probably we go for many events, many functions. We also celebrate Bharat Parv in a very big way. All over the country we spend tens of crores of rupees. All spend is done by company, yes.
Okay.
And it is rightly done. Nothing wrong. Company deserves to do that. Company earns, and company has every right to do that, and company should do that.
Okay, final question then to you, Mr. Roy. How do you respond?
Why don't you ask me about the expenditure every year of the Bharat Parv?
How will you silence those critics, sir, who will say that Subrato Roy is nothing else but a simple money laundering machine? That Sahara group, the basic edifice of this group, is based on money laundering. How are you going to silence those critics, sir?
So I can only say, and with a challenge to the whole system through your channel,
right,
that if anybody gets one thing wrong in Sahara, we all should be hanged. Otherwise, all should be hanged in the system who are creating problem for us.
Okay.
Let us go for this deal.
And is it not
If anybody is ready in the system, let us come forward and let's go for this deal.
And is the reason why Subrato Roy appearing so confident today because you have worked out some kind of a compromise with the government? Is that true also, sir?
Compromise? I have not learned that word well. There's no compromise with the government. There's nothing like that. I do not know what you are trying to say.
So no quid pro quo which has been worked out with the UPA government.
Nothing like that.
No quid pro quo which has been worked out with the Prime Minister or the Finance Minister. And that's not the reason why Subrato Roy is smiling today.
Should I tell you, I have a very high respect for our Prime Minister, but I don't know why previously he had not done it, but last 3 months I'm trying to meet him, he is not giving me time.
So Prime Minister is refusing to meet you?
This is the state.
Prime Minister is refusing to meet you despite your attempts to meet him?
I've not got... I've sent repeated letters to him, requests to him. Okay. So I have a very high respect for that man.
Okay.
But somehow, I don't know the reason, there must be some reason that he is not responding to my request at all.
Okay, Subrato Roy, thank you so much for taking time out for CNN IBN today. It obviously is a tough time for you, and many would wonder whether, because of all these activities and all these accusations which are being leveled directly against you, probably the credibility that you are looking for your own organization today may well have taken a huge hit. For the moment, it's back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks very much, Bhupen, for getting us that big newsmaker of today. We'll talk a little more about that through this evening, but for the moment, a short break, but we'll be back with much more. Do stay with us.